Hello, Nikki Moran here. So this blog is going to look at that issue of how to ask for work, particularly in those periods where work drops off and you need to hustle a bit. And the best place to start is really contacting people that you've worked with in the past or your network around you. But the problem is it can feel really embarrassing, particularly as you've been known for being somebody who's been successful. It's hard to feel confident in those times. So I want to do this by showing you a quick example of the sort of things that can go wrong with our communication, and a bit of an analysis, and then I'll show you some tips on perhaps how to approach it where you'll have a bit more success. Hi, is that Andrew? Hi, Andrew. I don't know whether you remember me. I'm Bex. I used to play keys for you a couple of years ago. Bex Jones, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I'm all right. How are you? So, first impressions count. And I am certainly not going to win any awards there with the impact that I was having. My energy was really low and I was very apologetic. So it's important to think about your charisma when you ring somebody up. I really need some gigs at the moment because I've not really been doing much for the last year. I've kind of had stuff going on and I really need to get back out there again. So there's two clear issues with this. First of all, I'm asking this person directly for help, and when you do that, it tends to put a bit of pressure on people. The second issue is that my language in my description of my situation is all very, very negative. I'm positioning myself as somebody who's in an awkward and uncomfortable situation, and that is just not a great way of selling yourself. If you need someone to fly your gigs or someone to work backstage, I'm happy to do anything. I'd really appreciate it if you could bear me in mind. That would be brilliant. Finally, this is a really common mistake people make when they're really desperate for work. They say, I'll do anything at the moment, I'll help out, I'll wash dishes, and it doesn't position you as somebody with high status, and it certainly doesn't help them to know how to help you because it's just too vague. Hello, is that Andrew? Hi Andrew, it's Becky Jones, the keyboard extraordinaire. How are you? Oh, great, yeah, I loved the tour, that was such good fun, I missed you guys. Yeah, no, it was such a brilliant laugh. Anyway, listen, I'm phoning for a bit of advice actually, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll cut to the chase. Basically, I've been, as you know, after the tour, I went off travelling for a while, and then I did some creative projects. The last year, I've been doing it at my flat and just working on a few creative projects, but now I'm really wanting to get out there and do some more playing again. So I'm looking for another tour as a jazz pianist, or some session work as well. So you're a man with many contacts, so I just wondered, could you advise me on how I go about that? Who I should be contacting? I'm really looking forward to some lovely little projects, but do you know of anybody who's looking that I could possibly get in touch with? So let's deconstruct it a little bit. What made it more relaxed was that I wasn't putting any pressure on Andrew. I was ringing up and I was asking for advice rather than asking him to give me a job directly. So it made him feel less pressurised, and when people are more relaxed, they're much more likely to be able to think of opportunities to help you. The second thing is my language was very different this time. So you'll notice I didn't at any point put my situation down. I said, it's been great. I've been working on some creative projects. I took some time out. So I'm using language that says I am in control. I am choosing to now take on some new projects, and I chose to take some time out. When we sound like we're a bit embarrassed because we don't have work, that just comes across as negative. So we need to use positive language to describe our current situation. And thirdly, I was really clear and precise about what I wanted advice on. I'm a jazz pianist, I'm looking for tours, and I'm looking for session work. Do you have any contacts who I should be getting in touch with? So I didn't say generally any work. I was very precise in what I was wanting. So it really helps somebody to know how to help you if they know exactly what you're looking for. And finally, I made Andrew feel pretty good in that conversation by remembering to acknowledge him. So you'll notice all the way through I would say some nice things about him. You know, you were great to work for, it was really fun working in your band, you're somebody who seems to have a lot of contacts, I know you're really busy. So all the way through I was building empathy. And when we make other people feel relaxed and good about themselves, they feel more relaxed with us and they're much more likely to want to help us. So it's not about being manipulative, but it's about just acknowledging the person that we're speaking to and making them feel important. So if you are looking for work at the moment, I definitely recommend you start with people in your network, people you've worked with before, people who know you and like you. It's much easier to get a referral and to get other work that way. And I'd love to hear from you. What tips do you have to try and get work? Leave a comment below so that we can all benefit from your expertise too. And if you want more tips like this, do make sure you sign up to my blog. All right, well, that's all from me. Lovely to speak to you, and I hope you found it useful, and I'll speak to you next time. Take care.